And here we are, we're in our final episode of Tech Quarters TV, talking to Michael Vermeersch, who's the Digital Inclusion Lead at Microsoft. This has been a fantastic one, Michael, so let's get rolling. This one is all about the future, or maybe the future's here now, you know, maybe we are driving the modern workplace through, you know, IT and society and digital transformation. We've been talking about that for about 3 years now, you know, so are there any stats around how we are shaping and helping the workforce with this technology?
So I was asked to do a bit of a study, a bit of a presentation on mental well-being, and how mental well-being, how does it fit in the modern workplace? Because you know, we got so much email, we got so much to do, we can do so much more. And where does it end, right? Does it end at 5 o'clock? Does it end at home? Probably not. Does it end while you're doing the washing in the washing machine? Probably not. So how do you then get that mental well-being part right in the modern workplace, which is everywhere? So I started looking into that, and there were some not so good stats. In the UK, for example, did you know that 300,000 people a year lose their job because of poor mental health?
That's terrible.
Yes, and that's like almost twice more than for a physical condition.
That's a big city.
Yeah,
big city.
Absolutely.
Big town.
Yeah, absolutely. And that has an enormous impact for our employers, obviously for the individual as well, but it has enormous financial impact for the employers, for the government, and that's not just the NHS, but also for the UK economy overall. I think the figures were something like £94 billion a year.
Wow.
So imagine if you could just get that right on what else we could drive, right?
Amazing. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Now, so what I've seen here is that thanks to how our modern workplace technology is shaping up with artificial intelligence, with machine learning, is that we can start saying, hey, did you really want to do this? Did you really want to send that email after hours to those people who actually will return your email within half an hour? And we're starting to create that awareness, and we're starting on that sense to drive choice. I would say good behavior. I was tempted to say good behavior, but actually it's about choice still. But the mere fact, if that technology gets unlocked by an employer, the employer will show to the employee that they care about this. They find this important. Go on.
Yeah, no, I think that's amazing, isn't it? You know, I think we're talking in some of the functions of the analytics that you get every day. For instance, you know, have you been on social media for 5 hours and emailing for half an hour? You know, those are choices then. We're advising our employees in the right way to say, have a think about this, you know. Could you be doing things in a smarter way that will help them as well with their
self-empowerment.
It is exactly that.
This is not Big Brother at all, and you can set it out that it's just for the employee, but it's actually raising that awareness, but also showing that people care about this, the employer care about this, and actually that you can start having that conversation and saying to my manager, did you know I had so many meetings last week? Can we do something about this? Because I'm worried that this will hit my productivity, for example. And it opens up not only that you have that choice, that you can change your behavior, but you can talk about it. And that creates that culture of change and empowerment. Exactly. Imagine how your workforce would be if you just unlock that.
I agree. You know, our workforce has definitely changed over the last 2-3 years. Communication is the key. We became disability confident as an employer. Why do you think it's important for partners out there to be disability confident?
Well, there's a number of aspects. First of all, access to talent, access to more talent, disabled talent who often have different views on life and work, which actually has that innovative view as well. As we all know, people with disabilities are the original life hackers because they got to do things differently. But also when you have that inclusion, when you have that representation, you make better products. You connect better with another 20% of the markets. So why would you say no to that, right?
Absolutely, and it's actually it's not an arduous affair to become disability confident. No. You can literally log on today, and take your business through it. There's a few checklists, but and then you can start to live and breathe that.
It drives the business as well. So since we've gone on that ladder, we're getting other customers connecting with us, and we're having different conversations, right? I remember when I joined Microsoft in 2001, we would have this conversation like, how do you do IT? And best practice there now is, how do you do culture change? How do you get more out of your workforce? How do you connect with more customers? So you're getting approached on these kind of topics, which are BDM topics, right?
Yeah, 100% BDM topics. I mean, it's also, people think, you've got all these accessible functions, they think, oh, they're just for people with a disability, but that is just so wrong. I mean, a simple one that I use all the time is the background lighting on your email, because my eyes start to hurt later on in an evening, so I just turn the bright lights off on my computer in Outlook, or, so I am emailing later on.
I was thinking that.
Maybe I shouldn't. I should read my analytics. But anyway, it's good information, and it's helping us, isn't it? So, I suppose, can we finish with, there are some awards that we could talk about here. So I think it's the Disability Smart Awards. Can you tell us a little bit about that and why we should be entering?
So the Business Disability Smart Awards are produced, provided by the Business Disability Forum. You could look at these things in several ways, right? Does this matter? Does an award matter? And the short answer is yes. And kind of, I think there's two key reasons here. One is, at the end of the day, you can have great financial gain, great profit, and all that kind of stuff. But are you making a difference? Are you really hitting the mark? If when you get an award like that, you're actually knowing that your technology is doing so much more. Which has actually got some satisfaction, by the way.
That's great.
That's one. The second thing is that this is not just about the developers. This is not just about the product group. It is an award for that whole village.
Agreed. Everybody's involved, from the start to the end, the creation, the thought process, the testing. We had testers from the States actually on our app, and they recruited people from a local college, I think, who had certain types of disabilities, and so they're involved with us on the creation of new technology. That was fantastic working with them. It's great, heartfelt stuff, isn't it? And
Absolutely.
I think,
and it drives more.
It does. So don't forget the commercial aspect is most definitely there. But so it's a win-win, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Michael, it's been an absolute pleasure as always. I think we should just go get some lunch now. But thanks for coming over to Tech Quarters. Cheers. See you in our next one.
Cool. Thank you.
Cheers.